Alright, so after towing this trailer twice, empty water tank, net weight's about 6,500 pounds, 32 feet long or so. Had to deliver it, had to pick it up. Used my little truck, and technically, according to this sticker, it is actually a 3/4 ton truck. So, not quite the same as the half-ton towing that we were referring to. However, the actual size of this vehicle would compensate for that difference, not to mention the age. So any of the newer trucks that are half-tons will definitely match the performance of this one. Using the same engines, rated at the same torque ratings, very similar to what this is. This is a 1997. The actual scale weight of this vehicle is so small in comparison to today's trucks. Basically just because this is what they called like basically a heavy half. It's a half-ton truck with 3/4 ton axles. And then I put airbags in it, and it does have a 350. So the reality is this is not designed for pulling anything really heavy. The advantage we have is today's brand new trailers are much lighter than the old school ones. So between airbags and the weight distribution hitch, the truck actually sits really level. It tows very well. Second trip I loaded the rear end of the truck a little bit more and lost that bounce that you get when the trailer moves around. So it was a little bit lower in the rear and actually made for quite a comfortable ride. This was only highways, no steep grades. I would not put this truck on steep grades. Pushing around 3,200 RPM, you get good performance out of the motor, good performance out of the transmission. Definitely not something I would do long term. I would not try to do four-wheel drive and reverse and all that kind of stuff. Run the risk of smoking gears in the transmission. So, but other than the transmission being the weak point, the truck definitely had the ability to pull the trailer twice. Did just fine, level ground. I mean, there's a little bit of incline, having to get up to freeway speed, all that kind of stuff with a lot of traffic around you. So another advantage to have on this truck would have been having tow mirrors, so you can actually see where your trailer's at. But all in all, it towed really well. So in recap, yes, this is rated as a 3/4 ton truck and does have airbags, but considering the age of the truck and 120 some odd thousand miles on it, this truck would actually be very similar to the performance of today's half-ton trucks. So if you want to tow a 32-foot 2021 trailer with a half-ton truck, it is possible. It is relatively comfortable. I would make sure you have tow mirrors and keep your RPMs down so you don't work the engine and transmission too much. Fuel mileage will be very similar, to the point where you're going to lose 25 to 30% of your overall range towing something like that, regardless of whether it's an electric truck or gas truck. Same thing, you'll lose 30% to even 50% of your range depending on the territory you're trying to cover. But all in all, it was quite nice to do this in good weather. Everything was super stable. I did not feel like I was significantly out of balance coming downhill, which is the other thing. Make sure you can operate the electric brakes on the trailer. So tow mirrors, electric brakes on a half-ton truck. Be a safe tow.